Hello. So, if you're coming to this channel for the first time or you've been a follower, which I'm very happy that you are a follower of, my channel. I really appreciate it a lot. I know I've had a lot of things going on in my life, so I really haven't been able to really make videos or really do anything with my videos. So I'm hoping to really start back that really soon. This video is not really a video about a webtoon. It's really about your guide to other websites or other webtoons that, that basically do this same thing. So, as we all know, Line Webtoon is probably the biggest and most popularly known and actually the most active group that does webtoons and comics from Korea and all other walks of life. But there are other up and coming comics which, if I would say, kinda don't do as good of a job as Line Webtoon, but they're certainly giving Line Webtoon a run for their money. And I basically want to talk about them and basically just give you more of an outlet if you really do love reading comics and the absolute like. So with that being said, let's begin with your guide to other websites that do manga and webtoons, whatever you want to call this video. Let's start with Leslie Comics. Leslie Comics is probably the second most popular app site that you can use to find more content to read. A lot of their content is very mature, so if you're probably not under the age of 18, you might want to stay away. But it's very organized in the way that it gives out material. Line Webtoons start doing this thing called Fast Pass, which basically, if you want to read ahead, you basically pay money to read ahead for your favorite webtoons. But what's interesting about what Line Webtoons is that other sites have been doing this longer than Webtoons. They've only started doing this recently as a host to, I guess, promote their website and promote the content, help the content creators more. But Leslie has been doing it for a while. A lot of their comics are like pay to read, which I don't mind, but at the same time, it's just really interesting about how exclusive their comics are, which is probably why Line Webtoons has a hand over Leslie Comics, because they are majorly, all of them are free to read. But I have read several comics from Leslie Comics, and again, as I will keep saying in videos, be on the lookout for videos about all of these comics that I read. And a lot of them are pretty good. One of them, really quickly, is called He Does a Body Good, which is probably one of my favorites to read out of all of this. And He Sees My Money is another great one from this website. But definitely, Leslie Comics would definitely be a perfect backup if you're looking for more content. Webcomics is another app that I recently just found, and I just made a video about one of their webtoons called The Eccentric School Idol, which I absolutely love and adore. Watch the video if you're going to understand why. And I believe a lot of their comics are from China, which is really cool, because the one thing about these webcomics, as I pursue and read them, I just love color. Like, color is something that I'm scared of as an artist, but I love just as a viewer. I respond to color a lot, so it's really good that I'm seeing all these comics that have a lot of color and a lot of personality in their work. And webcomics definitely has a lot to offer in terms of color, in terms of what that means in personality, than most sites that I have seen so far. And honestly, the comics are pretty good. Like I said, Eccentric School Idol is actually top notch. And there's another webcomic called Lala, which is a funny, weird, like romantic comedy about two girls, which I pretty much enjoy. So if you are looking, for an alternative, I definitely recommend webcomics. The next one I think is my favorite more than webcomics is Tumix. And Tumix is basically like it's another website, but I feel like their material is a little more mature as well. And it's basically just another site where you can, just read more comics. I started reading, uh, some Two Mix comics, and they're actually pretty good. I've been leaning towards romance, so if my videos all become romantic, like I'm gonna work on getting action and stuff like that. But again, one step at a time. There's a lot of content to read and very little time, but I'll definitely get into all that as um, my channel keeps progressing and my channel goes on. Finally, the one that I can think of off the top of my head, and again, just because this is just your guide to other sites, but I believe there's just many more sites that I probably haven't mentioned. And my other one is just web novel. Now, web novel, I kind of talk lastly about because I don't. It's a little weird to me, to say the least. And in terms of structure, I don't know if the structure is better than most of the web comics that I have read. And but yeah, like it is just simply another site that you can go to. The great thing about them is, like you get rewards and you get points for, reading comics. And that's another thing about other sites other than Webtoons, line Webtoons, is that you get points and you get rewards and you get like gifts and stuff. Like webcomics is a great example of that because you just get gifts for just doing something as simple as just reading a lot of comics, like the incentives are pretty good. So again, if you're looking for something to read or if you're looking for more content, because there's so many comics and it's actually pretty flipping good, you have Tumix, you have Leslie, you have webcomics, and you have web novel. Those are just four that I have found, and there might be an infinite amount of other ones. I think there was one that I was reading called, Tappy Toon. And Tappy Toon, I don't know, like I don't know. I feel like it was up and coming. But I feel like just other sites do their content and produce their content and just organize it a lot better than Tappy Toon. But that's definitely another place that you can look at if you're looking for again more content. And yeah, that's simply my guide to other sites that you can watch webcomics and stuff and whatever you want to call this video. So hopefully this was helpful for you. Hopefully there's so many good things to read. I can't wait to dive into it myself. With that being said, if you like this video, make sure you leave a like and subscribe and like and heart all of the comments that you read because it helps the creators out. With that being said, I'll see you in the next video.